and I just threw my game across the room. I will pick that. Oh, everything's falling over. I apologize. I apologize to everyone. I regret everything in my life leading up to this moment. What is going on, team? Welcome back to another video, and today I got something considerably different from what you guys are normally used to here on my channel, and that is because I'm gonna be doing my first unboxing video. And what better product to mark the beginning of an unboxing series other than the one and only Nintendo Switch. I am so unbelievably excited for this. Now, I can't say that I've necessarily been riding the Nintendo Switch hype train all the way from when it was announced to when it was released, but towards the end there, I definitely got super hyped for this. And the main reason is because it's so unique, it's so different. You know, people are talking about this as being Nintendo's new console, but to be perfectly honest, I like to think of it as something, you know, totally different. I don't really think of it as a console. I think of it as Nintendo's new, you know, portable gaming tablet. I mean, that's essentially what it is. Now, obviously, you have a dock and you insert it into the dock and it projects the image onto the screen and all of that fun stuff. But when you really objectively look at it, what is it? I mean, it's a tablet. Now, being able to play Nintendo's first-party games on a tablet, on the go, and then also we got things like Skyrim, which, oh my gosh, Skyrim on the go, that is something that everyone should be hyped for. But yeah, I think it's just a super cool idea, and I'm really excited to see where this takes the gaming tablet market into the future, because people are definitely going to be making stuff to try to compete with this thing. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited to see what Microsoft and Sony have to say about this, and you know, maybe they're going to come out with something to compete with this in the future at a similar price point. Now that would be something really awesome to see. And competition in business, that's always a good thing. So without further ado, let's just get right on into this. So we actually got a couple of things here to unbox. First off, we have the console itself. We've got the Pro Controller, I believe that's what it's called. Yes, the Switch Pro Controller. And then, of course, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I did also pick up a couple of Joy-Con controllers. Now, the reason why is because I was only able to get the one with the neon Joy-Cons, these mismatching neon freaking Joy-Cons. And I gotta say, this is an OCD person's worst freaking nightmare. I see these, and all I can think of is, what in God's name were they thinking? It would have been super cool if they had, you know, neon colored Joy-Cons, and you could buy consoles with, let's say, either a set of blue ones or a set of, you know, red ones or orange ones, whatever that color is. I'm just gonna say red. But the fact that the colors are mismatched on this thing, that just, I can't handle it. So I had to pick up a set of these, so, you know, when I'm using it in tablet mode, I can just have these standard gray ones that match. And if you like this and you think these mismatched neon controllers are cool, then, you know, I totally respect that, good on you there, but it just, visually, it does not work for me. So there is no, you know, pieces of tape, so this should actually be a pretty darn easy unboxing. All right, here we go, team. Let's get this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow, okay, yeah, these neon Joy-Cons, these things are actually really freaking bright. I mean, when you see them on the package, they look really bright, but it's almost like, oh, well, that's just the saturation's way turned up on these images. That way, you know, just to make them pop. But no, these are actually extraordinarily neon in color, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I dig it. I can't say that it's that horrible, but I wish that they were matching. Okay, so we got those out of the way, and now we've got, come on, pop on out of there. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Ooh. That actually has a reasonable amount of heft to it. Okay, all right, good on you, Nintendo. You know, I do like a quality product, and a lot of times, well, weight equates to a quality. Not always, but, you know, frequently it does. Now, I heard that this doesn't actually have a glass screen, and I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I haven't felt it, I don't know, but I don't believe that it is. And if it isn't a glass screen, I don't want to stick my hands all over this bad boy, but you can see right here, it is definitely reflective. Super freaking reflective. Look at that. You can see me in the camera. Is that not wild? Now, obviously, my personal preference would be to have this screen glass, but I get the fact that this is, you know, marketed towards, well, I mean, pretty much anyone of any age, but that includes a younger audience. And if they have these huge screens here, I mean, even if it was, you know, high strength glass, something like this, you know, if you've got kids running around with these things, the number of broken screens on these Nintendo Switches would just be off the charts. So I understand from that, point of view why they would decide to go with a plastic screen. All right, so we got our little standy-do pops out right here. Okay, so you pull it out, and then it kind of clicks. And then once it clicks, you can, let us see how this works. And are we gonna stand? We're gonna stand? We're standing, team. Easy. All right, that's pretty cool. It's not like overly sturdy. It's kind of flimsy feeling, but the actual plastic that it's made out of is reasonably quality. We got some cables here. This looks like, well, that is an HDMI cable right there. It doesn't just look like one, it is one. And then here we go, we got the charging cable. USB-C, I believe. So here is the grip for the Joy-Con controllers. Take a look at that. All right, I am very, very excited to see how comfortable this is with the Joy-Cons in them. And right off the bat, I gotta say, with the Joy-Cons not even in here, feels relatively comfortable. Okay, we got this little package here. Oh, this is one of the, these attach to this side of the Joy-Con, and it lets you use these little bumper buttons. That's pretty cute. Also has the strap on it, so you don't fling this thing across the room. And so that's one, so I can only assume that this is another one. Yes, indeed it is. Indeed. Okay, man, it's starting to get kind of cluttered over here. First unboxing video. Sorry, guys, if this is all over the place and wild and crazy and nonsensical, but we will do what we can, and hopefully this is good. We got the Nintendo Switch health and safety information. You gotta have that. Like, legit, you gotta read through that. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I'm probably not gonna read that. But, if you're concerned about using your device correctly and in a safe manner, then you probably should. Alright, so I think that that's pretty much everything except for this bad boy right here, which I believe is the dock. I mean, what else could this be? This is, of course, the dock. Now, originally, when the Nintendo Switch came out, I was thinking that this dock was going to act in a similar way as, let's say, what was it called? Like the Razer Core, where, you've got a box that you plug this bad boy into, and, this has, like, a super crazy awesome GPU in it. So it lets you, play games at much higher detail, much higher resolution, much higher frame rates when it's actually hooked up to the television. Now, I don't believe that's actually, well, no, I know that that's not the case. All this really does is it's a place for you to set your Switch and charge it and, obviously port the image to a television screen or a computer screen. Pretty much any screen you want to port it to. That's cool. I really like the finish on this. It doesn't, it's not shiny. So it's not something that you're going to be able to smudge overly easily, except I can see, is that? I don't know. I do want to make it very clear that when it comes to surfaces, me and shiny, slick surfaces, unless it's a screen, this screen is okay. I'm cool with that. But anything other than a screen, if it's shiny, I am just not cool with that, because getting fingerprints and smudges and all that stuff, oh, that bothers the heck out of me. So, the fact that this is matte, I very much appreciate that. So it's going to stay nice and clean. All right, well, I think that that's pretty much it. Okay. All right, so I guess we can get this box out of the way. Bye-bye, Nintendo Switch box. It was nice meeting you. I mean, you're still going to be around. We'll see each other from time to time, don't you worry. Okay, so what do we got? We got the Nintendo Switch little docking port here. We've got the actual Nintendo Switch device right here. Oh, you know what we're actually going to do? We're going to plug this thing in. Hold up. What's going on down there? Oh, it's crazy. What is that? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. There are these little things down there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. And they kind of help you. I'm assuming they compress down around the USB port. And it kind of helps you guide it in. Now, I don't know if it actually matters which way I plug it in. Whether I plug it in this way or this way. I probably should read the health and safety manual in order to find out. But I mean, that USB connectors, should work both ways, so. Okay. So far, so good, team. It seems as though we are plugged in. All right, fan-freaking-tastic. So we're plugged in. Now, here's the moment of truth. We're going to add these Joy-Cons. And before we actually add these onto the device, I'm going to just have a little feel and see if I enjoy this. Because if there's one thing that needs to be comfy and awesome and built well with a console, it's the controller. Because that's, that's what you're going to be handling for pretty much 90% of, well, what do you mean? That's the entire point. What am I talking about? This is the most important thing as far as the actual build quality is concerned. All right, so what do we got here? Right off the bat, there's a little bit of heft to them. I dig that. I dig it. So next up, let's test out these buttons. Okay, so we got the shoulder buttons here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. We shall very soon see, but there's not much travel in this. It just kind of clicks. Feels good, solid. And then got the bumper button. Oh, that has kind of like more of a snap to it than a click. All right, and then the face buttons. Just kind of your standard, you know, they're not mushy. They got a reasonably solid feeling click to them. What just happened? What the freaking heck is that? Oh. That scared me, team. I had a GoPro connected to this thing here, but unfortunately the battery died because I wanted to get some overhead shots. But that didn't end up working out. Stop freaking out and making so much noise. I'm trying to film a video here, GoPro. Now, I know that you could have helped me make this video better, but unfortunately, you died, and you were supposed to be at 100% battery, so I don't know why you died. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, all right. So it feels good. The sticks, they feel reasonably good. A little bit kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit different than you would get on like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller, but doesn't feel bad. All the buttons feel solid. Okay, well, my initial impressions of the Joy-Con controllers, they seem pretty solid to me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be inserting these Joy-Cons into our Nintendo Switch, which that's a very, very exciting thing indeed, team. So I think I want to make sure this is facing me the correct way. I don't know if there's some special procedure for me doing this. There very well could be, maybe not. All right. Slide these puppies in. And we're going to get a click. Oh, yeah. Listen to that click, team. I don't know if you could listen to that click or if you heard that click, but it was a pretty satisfying. Like, right at the end, there's just this really satisfying snap, which I really like. All right, let's remove this bad boy out of here. Wow. Okay. All right. This feels pretty good. I'm digging it so far. Now, obviously, the back, you know, there aren't any bumps here. You know, you do have a similar feeling as if you're just kind of grasping onto a tablet or, you know, a big phone or something. But the shoulder buttons, they definitely help. And then, I mean, just having solid control sticks, that's cool. All right, I dig it. That's great. Now let's give this Nintendo Switch Joy-Con little dingle-dongle attachment grip thing a try. The Switch Grip. Is that actually what it's called? It might be called the Switch Grip. And if it is, good on you. Makes sense. All right, let's get that first one in here. Same satisfying click. Like that. Can't argue with that whatsoever, team. And there we go. Okay. Okay. This feels pretty good. A little bit small. My hands, my fingers are like incredibly long and lanky. So, you know, smaller controllers, they don't necessarily drive with me, but, you know, I'm not complaining. It just definitely feels a little bit on the small side, but that doesn't mean that it feels unpleasant. It's comfortable. It's relatively solid as far as the ergonomics of it. And, yeah, I could see myself gaming on this. Check that out. Now, I would like to turn this on and kind of mess around with it for you guys, but unfortunately, I am terrified as to what kind of copyright nonsense would happen if I did that. So, you know, but I mean, just taking a look at the device in and of itself, that's pretty cool. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right, up next, we have the Pro Controller. This is what I'm super excited about. Now, I gotta say, this was not cheap. This was not cheap whatsoever. So I'm hoping it's actually more expensive than the controllers for the other consoles, which are all very, very high quality. So hopefully this, you know, kind of can be on that level. And I'm not doubting that it will. I'm just optimistic that it will. All right, so let's get this controller open. Spare no expense on that. We do have some tape on here, but I don't think that we should have too much of an issue. Right as I say that, I start to have an issue, team. You gotta be freaking kidding me! Come on, Nintendo! This isn't Fort Knox here. Should be able to get into your products. All right, we dealt with that struggle. We can actually open up this puppy. All right. Let us see what we have here. All right. Reasonable heft. I dig that. What is this? That is, I'm assuming, some kind of charging cable. If this is the charging cable for it, this thing is freaking thick. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I've never seen anything quite like this for a controller charging cable. That is a thick cable. It's like the same thickness as the charging cable. Well, I mean, they're both USB-C. Hold on a second. The charging cable. Okay, this is the charging cable for the console itself, and this is the charging cable for the controller. And I don't know if you can see, but the controller cable is actually thicker. I don't know why I think it's so hilarious that this is so massive, but it is. And you know, for how much it costs, I want a hefty cable. So I'm not complaining about that. That's just something kind of funny to note. All right. Ooh. Okay. So the back, it's like, I don't even know what material this is. It's like, it's kind of slippery almost. It feels good though. And it doesn't look like it's going to attract many fingerprints, but this, I was actually not expecting this to be quite as, it's almost like see-through. Yeah. Yeah, the front plastic on this is actually kind of see-through. Huh, that's interesting. I'll just take off this plastic here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. Get off of me, plastic! Alright. Ooh. Ooh. Team. Whoa. Team, these control sticks. This is what I'm talking about. This is solid. Yeah, those are some nice feeling control sticks. Wow, okay. Good on you, Nintendo. This is certainly a pro controller. Definitely up to par, I think, with the other ones, except, hold on. The shoulder buttons, I was a little bit concerned with this. Yeah, the shoulder buttons are not, you know, they don't have any travel. They just click, which I guess is going to be apparently fine for the games that are going to be released on the Switch, but as far as things like racing games is concerned, I don't know how we're going to do with that. Because having some kind of like analog motion would be nice for that. All right, now we've come to what you guys have all been waiting for. Oh my gosh, there's just all this stuff in the background. Get out of here. Get out of the shot. Sorry, team. And I just threw my game across the room. I will pick that up. Oh, everything's falling over. I apologize. I apologize to everyone. I regret everything in my life leading up to this moment. Get back here, game. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh good gosh. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Whew! Well, that was an ordeal. What is this glare? Look at this glare. My gosh, this lighting setup is freaking horrible. Well, I mean, it's good, but it's not meant for what I'm doing right now. Normally I do Let's Play videos, gaming videos, but it's kind of making this a freaking pain in the ass. All right, so if I kind of get down there you go. Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, which I am extraordinarily excited to play this game. I've heard nothing but good reviews and good things to say, glare, about this. Some people saying it's basically the perfect game. And, well, if that doesn't pique your interest, I don't know what will. So let's get right into this. I don't know how difficult this is going to be. My fingernails are not overly long. There we go. All right, we are in, team. Now, as you guys know, everyone's talking about it. I'm certainly not going to be the first one to bring this up. That these cartridges, which they're not discs, they're cartridges, as I'm sure that most of you already know, apparently Nintendo made them taste really bad. And how can I not test out that theory? So we're going to be testing that out. But before we do that, we actually have to open this up, and let's see what this looks like in here. And that's it. Haha! We have not a whole lot to be seen. That's actually really hilarious. No booklet, no nothing. I mean, that's okay. Might as well save a tree while we can. So all we got here is this little bad boy. And there it is, team. That is the newfangled... Let's see if I can actually get this to focus. Will you focus as close? Yeah, pretty close. All right. This is Nintendo's new... Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Check out those connectors on there. Those are wild. They're so long and crazy looking. Holy tamale. Okay. Watch out for those. I feel like you could probably damage those relatively easily, so be careful. So yeah, what I've been told is that the stickers right here are covered in a substance that is very, very bitter. And, you know, it's kind of ironic because Nintendo says, hey, we're going to put this stuff on our cartridges that makes them taste really bad so that people won't eat them. And what does that cause people to do? That's caused pretty much everyone out there who bought a Switch that at least had heard about this to taste their cartridges. Now, you know, obviously don't put the cartridge in your mouth and, you know, actually just don't taste the cartridges at all. This is totally ridiculous and silly and stupid, and I don't recommend this to anyone out there, but I'm gonna have to test this theory out. And I've heard it, like, be confirmed by a number of people too, but even with that, I mean, come on. Curiosity. All right, let's give this a shot. Let's see. Yes, I can indeed confirm, team, that this tastes absolutely horrendous, and it is incredibly bitter. Huh! Ew. Okay, so that is definitely 100% confirmed. These don't taste good. Don't put them in your mouth. Don't eat them. Yuck. But that's pretty much it, team. I gotta say, fun unboxing experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was lots of fun to make. But as far as my initial reactions to the Nintendo Switch, gotta say, I mean, I'm happy with the unboxing experience. I am unbelievably happy with this controller. Now, of course, we're gonna have to see once we actually start using it, but first impressions went very far on this controller right here. Very, very premium. But again, yeah, like I was saying, you know, I'm super excited to see what this brings to just the gaming market in general. You know, it'll be interesting to see how the other companies respond to this. And, you know, I'm just really excited to see how this works because, well, I've never actually used any of these yet. One of my friends purchased one the other day, but I was adamant to make sure that I didn't touch it, I didn't really look at it, I didn't play it, so I'm excited for that. Alright, well, I guess that's pretty much it, team. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, especially if you like Let's Plays, because that's normally what I do. But if you guys want to see me do more unboxing videos in the future, I would be more than happy to do that, because this was tons of fun. And of course, I mean, something like the Nintendo Switch, what a better device to, you know, start a unboxing series. But this was a blast. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.